What's up, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Don't Keep Up With the Joneses. 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 What's up, beautiful people, to another episode of Don't Keep Up With the Joneses, Palettes and Gardening Edition. Yes, it's your boy Ricky Jones Jr. and I am also excited to be doing some bean picking today. It's harvest day, one of the most fun and beautiful days of a gardener's life. Well, honestly, it's not. I like gardening, actually. So, like, the harvest is the fun part, which usually I don't do. But anyway, I am going to do today. And if you are new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. My name is Ricky, and I love doing palette videos, gardening videos, and you will probably see my family in the other videos that are sprinkled through in this here channel. So let's go ahead and pick them. I have some purple beans as well as some yellow wax beans. So we are gonna go ahead and pick these bad boys and see what we have. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you some benefits of and ways in which you can grow nice, strong, healthy beans for your garden, be it on your patio, in your backyard, raised bed, container. Okay, so make sure you stick by. I'm gonna let you know. Let's go harvest. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so harvesting, these are like the ones that you want to harvest that have a nice, you know, texture, whoop 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 type lump type look to the bean itself, which, you know, I didn't expect these to be pole beans, bush beans, but they actually are bush beans. I thought they were going to be climbing beans, which is why I built them along the trellis. But hey, oh well, you grow like me and you learn. And it's cool because, as you can see, like the water that comes from the bean is actually purple itself, so it's pretty cool. I heard when you cook these beans, they cook actually to turn green, so I'm interested to see what that turns like. And here we have the yellow bean, which is also known as the wax bean, that are in here, that are actually like a bush bean as well, which I expected to be a climbing bean, but it's okay, you know. Now I know. Here's another one. These turned out to be nice, fabulous, and great, I must say myself. Now, you don't want to pull when you are detaching the bean from the plant itself. I'm gonna leave this one, and I'll leave this one to grow some more. I'm gonna show you how you actually want to pick it so that you don't jeopardize or compromise the plant itself when you are picking your beans. Let me figure out and find one. Yep, here's some down here. Let me see. So you want to take it and you want to just clip it. Oh, I have leaves all in the way. Let's see. Boom. You just want to clip it like that, and then you have your beans themselves. And yeah, it's just that simple. And beans are very fun to grow. I do recommend you growing them with your family, with kids. I have children, and so, you know, they help to grow these plants. They don't take long. I'll pick this one too early, but it's okay. What I can do with this is let this dry out and then use the beans that are inside for future bean plants. Okay, so that is what you can do as well. I may do that for the whole harvest. This one itself is just take the beans that I am picking and dry them out so that it could be future bean plants, which now I know that they are bush beans, so I can plant them in my raised bed, not necessarily along a trellis. So that makes life so much easier, you know, just learning and tampering with your plants and even getting the harvest out of your plants. Now what I'm going to do is push this bean plant up to try to attach it to the trellis, because I do see the potential of it growing with it. So I'm gonna try to do it so that I can gain some more of my ground space and just make sure it gets some air and oxygen within the trellis, within the bean plant itself. So let me do that. I lost that leaf, but it's okay. See if I can elevate it. I used chicken wire for this trellis. I was doing and growing cucumbers in this area before, and so that is why we have the chicken wire in place now, which it doesn't seem as though it wants to find itself within the trellis itself. But, well, let's see if I can force it. Which, you know, chicken wire at the end, it does have the pieces that are open, so I'm gonna just try to like force and fit the leaves, the stems there which they did kind of go in there now. Hopefully after a good rain they will stay. And we have a nice purple one that's growing very well. I can go ahead and take this out just like that. And this one is pretty cool because it has even started to turn green. So I probably waited too long to harvest this bean plant. And so, you know, just get in here and get out the dead leaves and all that good stuff. Look and see how it's going. Making sure it gets all the attention that it needs. Okay, so let me tell you a trick to make sure that you are producing beautiful quantities and harvest of your beans. Alright, so one of the benefits of having a harvest is not just to have something to eat when you go inside or to, you know, dry out your beans to have future bean plants, but it also helps your plant to grow. Because when you take the beans off the plant itself, it encourages the plants to continue to produce more beans, which then increases your harvest, which then increases the chance of you making more bean plants in the future. So make sure you pick your beans. Don't just leave the beans on the plant because it will stop the growth of the plant itself, okay? And so you could use things as like egg shells as well as coffee grinds to go ahead and put within the soil itself to give it the nitrogen, to give it everything that it needs to do what it needs to do, which is to grow. Okay, that is the main idea that you want for not just your beans but your plants themselves. Okay, and do make sure that your plants are getting the necessary water to have the growth in which you want it to have. And beans do require, you know, a nice moist soil, but not overly done, because of course it will rot your roots. But make sure it doesn't dry out or anything like that. So that's why in this raised bed there are some things that I did to amend the soil to make sure that it does have the nutrients that it needs, such as the compost, such as the what's that fertilizer I use? Yep, that one. Okay, I'll put a link below in the description for that one. I do use the sea salt as well. I'll put a link below for that. And so yeah, make sure those things are all within your soil and you will be good to go to have nice green bean or purple bean or yellow bean plants. Okay. Yes, it's just that simple growing beans, and it's just that simple to have a harvest. Okay, now what I learned about these beans, that they are bush beans, which that means that they don't need a trellis, which means that they can go within my raised beds, which means I will do that for my kale plants, which I said too much. That wasn't supposed to come out. Okay, anyway, that'll be a future video, another video for another day, another time. Until next time, I love you all. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you did, I love you, I thank you. If you didn't, I still love you and I thank you, because we love you here on this channel, the Love Jones family, the Love Jones. Okay, Reggie Jones Jr. I think I said enough, so guess what? I'm signing out.